Dear student, today we are discussing the 11th level chapter. The chapter name is the transformation of sum and product. In this chapter, we are discussing the different types of formula and their application also. This chapter is important for the 11th level student. Now at first we are discussing the different types of formula and their applications. So you can easily understand this chapter in future when you do this chapter. And this video helps you to understand this chapter better. First we are giving some laws and their example also. Now we are giving some formula about the transformation of the sum and the product. In this chapter we can see this 8 law is important for this chapter. The transformation of sum and products. This formula is 2 sin A cos B. I repeat, 2 sin A cos B is equal to sin of A plus B plus sin A minus B. This is the first formula. Now the second formula is 2 cos A sin B is equal to sin of A plus B minus sin of A minus B. And the third law is 2 cos A cos B is equal to cos of A plus B plus cos of A minus B. And the fourth law is 2 sin A sin B is equal to cos of A minus B minus cos of A plus B. And the next step we can see the fourth same type formula, that is a sin C plus sin D and sin C minus sin D, cos C plus cos D and cos C minus cos D. Sin C plus sin D is equal to 2 sin C plus D by 2 into cos C minus D by 2. The next formula, sin C minus sin D is equal to 2 cos C plus D by 2 multiplied with sin C minus D by 2. Similarly, cos C plus cos D is equal to 2 cos C plus D by 2 multiplied with cos C minus D by 2. The last formula in our discussion of this chapter is cos C minus cos D. Here this is the different, D minus C by 2. Many more times we can see our students give this formula as a C minus D by 2, but this is not right. You have to think when you discuss, do 2 sin C plus D by 2 multiplied with sin D minus C by 2. This is the difference among all. We will move to next and give some example about related this 8 formula, which is important for your board exam as well as the competitive exam. The first example of our discussion in this chapter, the example is if sin 2 alpha is equal to 4 sin 2 beta, then show that 5 tan alpha minus beta is equal to 3 times of tan alpha plus beta. Now according to the given informations we can write sin of 2 alpha is equal to 4 sin of 2 beta. Now moving and calculating we get, now we are using the formula of class 10th level, and this formula is called the compidendo and dividendo. Compidendo dividendo formula used here in that sections. Now we are using the compidendo dividendo formula. Compidendo dividendo we get sin of 2 alpha plus sin of 2 beta divided by sin of 2 alpha minus of sin of 2 beta, and 4 plus 1 divided by 4 minus 1. Now using sin C plus sin D we get it. Here we are writing the formula of sin C minus sin D, 2 cos 2 alpha plus 2 beta divided by 2 sin of 2 alpha minus 2 beta by 2 and addition of this and subtraction of this. Now calculating we get 2 vanishes here and this will be the sin alpha plus beta and cos alpha minus beta. Similarly here, cos of alpha plus beta sin of alpha minus beta is equal to 5 by 3. Now sin of alpha plus beta divided by cos of alpha plus beta, it will give tan of alpha plus beta. Similarly, cos of alpha minus beta divided by sin of alpha minus beta, it will be 1 by tan alpha minus beta. By calculating, we get 5 tan of alpha minus beta is equal to 3 tan alpha plus beta, which is our required result. This is the first example in our discussions. Now we are moved to the next, that is the second example. Okay, move to the next. Dear student, subscribe the channel for more informations and to get the constant video like 11th, 12th, 9th and 10th. Now we are discussing the second example of our discussions. The second example is that if x cos theta minus y sin theta is equal to x cos phi minus y sin phi, then show that x plus y times of cot or theta plus phi divided by 2 is equal to 0. Now according to our informations, the solution is x cos theta y sin phi. Now if we move x one side and y another side, then we get x cos theta minus of x cos phi is equal to y sin theta minus of y sin phi. Now if we take the common x from here, cos theta cos of phi, and take y from here, sin theta, and move this one to right side, then x is equal to y times of sin theta minus sin phi divided by cos theta minus cos of phi. Now if we use sin c minus sin d here and cos c minus cos d formula here, then we get 2 cos theta plus phi divided by 2 sin theta minus phi divided by 2, and from here cos c minus cos d is equal to 2 sin c plus d, that is sin theta plus phi divided by 2, and sin d minus c, that is phi minus theta divided by 2. Now calculating, we get x is equal to y, 2 to vanish here, and cos of this one and sin of this one is represent cot of theta plus phi divided by 2, and if we take minus common from the upper side, then sin phi minus theta divided by 2 as same as sin phi minus theta divided by 2. So this will be the vanish. So after calculating, we get x is equal to y cot theta plus phi divided by 2 and multiple with minus 1. So after calculating minus 1, then we get x plus y cot of theta plus phi divided by 2 is equal to 0. This is our required result. Move to the next, that is the third example, last example of this chapter. Now we are discussing third and last example of the day and the chapter of transformation of sum and product. If sin theta is equal to 1 by root 3 and sin phi is equal to 1 by root 5, then find the value of tan theta plus phi divided by 2 multiple with cot theta minus phi divided by 2. Okay, according to our information, the solution is sin theta plus sin phi, sin theta minus sin phi, and putting the value of sin theta plus sin phi, that is a 1 by root 3 plus 1 by root 5, and similarly 1 by root 3 and 1 by root 5. And now applying the formula sin c plus sin d, we get 2 sin theta plus phi divided by 2 cos theta minus phi divided by 2. Similarly here we are using sin c minus sin d, 2 cos theta plus phi divided by 2 and multiple with sin theta minus phi divided by 2. And here we get root 5 plus root 3 and this will be root 15. Here also root 5 minus root 3 and root 15. Now 2 vanish here, and now sin of theta plus phi divided by 2 cos of theta plus phi divided by 2 represent tan. We know that sin by cos is equal to tan, that is why tan theta plus phi divided by 2. And similarly here cos of theta minus phi divided by 2 divided by sin of theta minus phi divided by 2 is equal to cot of theta minus phi divided by 2, and here in is vanish, so this will be now simplifying, we get this part root 5 this is the result after calculating. So the value of tan theta plus phi divided by 2 multiple with cot theta minus phi divided by 2 is equal to 4 plus root 15. Hope this example and the discussions of that chapter will help you to understand this chapter